Hi, everyone. It's the final day of these World Championships in Poland. Indoor World Championships. It's been a spectacular couple of days, and I'm excited to be here for a watch along as usual. Hopefully, you guys are doing very well. It's things are already in progress, but we'll get an update there. But the first thing that's going to be on the track would be the semifinals of the women's 60-meter hurdles. Earlier today, we saw some good performances. A little bit of a scare with the heat involving the two-time defending champion, world record holder over the event, Devon Charlton. But luckily, they did a recall gun, and she then comfortably won her race. But it's going to be a spectacular couple of three semifinals, I imagine, and then ultimately we get into a final. So just quickly a quick overview of the semifinals. You look at the likes of Nadine Visser, who looked decent today. Also Megan Simmons, not too far off her personal best there, running quite well as to win her heat this morning. It was a really good run. I would like that semifinal top two goes through. If you looked at the semifinal, you would say it's a decent one. It's always difficult when you think about sprint hurdling, whether it's over 100 meters or even the short hurdles. Second semifinal will feature Kambunji, who looked fairly decent to me, to Pia Srioska as well. She on home soil potentially could win it all as well. I don't know, right? You have to really, it's going to be competitive for sure. But, and then the final semifinal, slightly tougher, I would imagine, with the likes of Charlton, who looked really good. An interview of her earlier suggested that she didn't think she was running that well. And if she's if she's not thinking she's running well, then I anticipate that we should get a much better performance. Bapte also running good all season, potentially could do something, and Aaliyah Armstrong fairly okay as well in her opening round. So top two goes through automatically. Then we get the next two best times. So it's going to be a cracking semifinal coming up, and you guys should don't forget to remind me to play the prediction games for that for the final, because it's not open yet. And yesterday I forgot for both the 60-meter hurdles for men and the 60-meter final for women. Yeah, and it's good to have you on. If you didn't catch a live last night, Leighton and I did a late live last night. That's available on the channel, also on his channel too, wherever you want to watch it. And if you wanted to catch up on some of the performances and our recap yesterday. And also, one of the things that we did in the live was to kind of discuss some of the performances that happened at that Jamaica meet, that Velocity Fest meet that happened. We also covered some of that too. So yeah, feel free to check that out later on when you're done. And hopefully everything is going well. I'm trying to watch a couple of sporting events at the same time as watching some March Madness as well. See if Purdue can handle Miami. But yeah, hopefully you guys are doing well. It's a Sunday, last day of the track and field here in Poland. And in the meantime, I will give a couple updates on this. On the pole vault that's going on right now, we are at 470, I believe. I was looking at some of it there. I think they're trying, yeah, still at 470 right now. So we're going to lose a couple more athletes potentially here. Actually, the bar is going to go up to 480 soon, but you still have Molly Caudry in the mix. I think Tina Sucha, she should be a medal candidate too. I initially had Angelica Muzzer as a potential medalist. I'm not quite sure. I am very, uh, well, actually, it's not done yet. There's Elsa McCartney too. I thought coming back this season would be decent. She has let's see what we can get from her, but it's going to be an interesting series here. A couple of athletes fail on their first attempt, but it will happen soon. I guess we'll start to get into the big jumps, and the season best performance is from one of the Mall sisters, but they're not here. So, but it still should be a good pole vault competition. So that's going on immediately after. Actually, before the semifinals, I apologize. We on track will be the men's 1500-meter final. That's the first thing on track. I made a mistake there. That should be interesting. Not sure what you guys' predictions for that event is, but I I don't want to go beyond Isaac Nadar. He's the world champion over the event from last year in the outdoor. Didn't run his particularly best, but he should be there. I like the Spaniard as well. Look decent. Phil Strom too could get on the podium. Nadar comes here with the second fastest time in the world, and only Cole Hocker is better, and Cole Hocker is not running the 15 here. He did run the 3,000 meters yesterday, finishing second to Josh Kerr. Shaquan 793. Where are you watching it live? It's if you're in the United States, it's available on Peacock. If you have their subscription, NBC subscription there. So that's where I'm watching it at the moment. Yeah. I don't know where else to tell you, depending on where you are. I think if you're in some locations around the world, you might be able to get to watch it for free through World Athletics. They have, but I think there's a few countries that do that. So 1500 meters should be up soon. I'm trying to remember what I played for my predictions there. I think I had Nadar, Philstrom, and Riva, but that may not happen. But it's already locked now, so I can't make any changes for that. I don't know where that is. I suspect it should. I would imagine it's on local TV there. I don't know, to be honest with you. All right, so 1500-meter final on track. And these Peacock guys, I think we're always behind because they're not there. And they're basically commentating in a studio, I imagine. So everything is a little bit delayed. See, yeah, Winston Wilcox is actually giving updates here. He's saying it's on TVJ Sports. So yeah, have at it. Appreciate the chat always has the answers. So. All right, so this is going through. I suspect I want to see what Nadar will do here. If he takes control of this, he should take this easily. And the pace is not really that good. At 200, it's like 30.09, which means I'm so far behind now. But I think that's Philstrom there looking kind of challenge here of running this without any paces is that you have to figure it out yourself. Garcia joins him and they're like touching each other, trying to jostle for pace. I don't think Isaac likes this kind of pace, but we'll see. It's like 104 at 400. This is a bit pedestrian. Yeah, yeah. Pilstrom there. I don't think he likes this either. A bunch of guys are starting to jostle for supremacy here. Even the American Green came in a bit there. Where is Garcia? He's actually taking it out on these guys now. It's a bit pacey, but this is gonna be really slow. This has to be like 340 pace there, and they're like 244 at 1,000 and something. Everybody's bunched up now. Garcia's moving. He's in the lead in front of Isaac Nadar, but there's a bunch of guys coming. It's like 315 at 13. That's very slow. This is gonna be quite slow. Garcia's gonna take this. He's struggling a bit, but he's gonna win this ahead of Isaac Nadir. And Ozzy comes in for third. 339.63. Very slow. That's not how you want to start the finals today, but it's pretty slow. 339.63 from Garcia ahead of the outdoor 1500 meter champion Isaac Nader, 340.06. And Adam Spencer with a late close there, 340.26. And Philstrom and Chappell separated by 0.582 to 0.586. Yeah. I love a nice 1500 meters, but this is the way they started this off. Let me see the splits again. Let's see. 104 at 4. Yeah, that is too slow. You wanted to come around at least 1 minute or so, or 101. Let's see, what was that? 800. 205. Yeah. And 233 at 1,000. Yeah, that was destined to be slow. Yeah. All right, so that's the end of the first track event. Let's see where we are with the pole vault real quickly. McCarthy did get over 470. So we got to wait a little bit. I think we will lose some athletes at 480. We've lost what? Let me see. 1, 2, 3 already. So it will take some time. And earlier today, in case you guys didn't watch, or maybe you watched, we had some fairly good performances this morning, I thought, in terms of women's long jump final. That was an interesting event there. Again, I always, wonder when Yapachina is going to deliver. And I guess she got on the podium this time, but D'Souza from Portugal in the end there was fabulous. That was a good run jump from her. 692, Yapachina 687, and Linares there also medaling 680. And the men's shot put was really good too in the end. Tommy Walsh was probably, he's always on podiums, been around for such a long time. I think it was his final throw or second to last throw. I can't remember. I was like in and out of sleep watching that, where he went 21.82 above Jordan Geist 21.64 and Roger Steen 21.49. Again, Fabry sometimes doesn't deliver. I thought he would have come in here and gotten his at least over 21 meters, but that wasn't the case. All right, so Garcia, Nadir, Spencer, those are the three finalists here for the men's 1500 meters. We'll have a women's 1500 meter final coming up. That should be a bit more exciting. Likes of Georgia Hunter Bell in there, Berkey Hylam, Jessica Hull. I don't know what she will do. Yesterday, obviously, she ran. I don't know what kind of shape she'll be in back-to-back days, but we'll see. And the 800 meters, I'm really looking forward to that. I think Cooper Luckton-House could really push it far. Not quite sure how quick he's going to go, but yesterday made 144 look very easy. And I think he's the man to beat. And the rest of the medals should potentially come from the likes of, I think Mohamed Atawi should get on the podium. Also, maybe Elliot Creston. He's been having a fabulous season. But you never know if Peter Ball or anybody else steps up. Clips in the house, he says, big up to you. Yeah, so 1500 meters, women's 800 meters. That should be really, really exciting. The question is, how fast does Keely Hutchinson want to go? That is the big question. So that's the kind of start list there. She looked good. Has the world record this season, obviously. I don't know if we're gonna get a world record tonight. It's unlikely. But something really quick. Audrey Vero should also deliver something special. If we really get a fast race, you could see Vera going sub 157. That would be a tremendous kind of running there from her. Geta Chu, I like her chances of getting on the podium. Addison Wiley stepped up really big yesterday and ran a personal best. So potentially, if she has more in the tank, run a good race. The key here is not to follow Keely Hutchinson and not to try to interfere by pushing her in any direction. She's by herself. If she wants to hang back, run your own race. Do not follow her if she starts to take it out, because if you do that, you will pay. Because there's nothing else to judge. You don't have any wave light here. There's no paces. And if Keely decides that she wants to embarrass everybody tonight, she will do it. And if you follow her, you will not finish strong. Audrey Vera was in that race in the world record, and she was following Keely, and that turned out not to be a good idea. So we will see what we get there. Excited for the semifinals of the women's hurdles, as we just mentioned. That is coming up shortly as well, and so that should be a really good race. Heat number 1, including Jamaica's Megan Simmons, Nadine Vessa, fantastic athlete there. So yeah. And there's so many things going on. What's the score in the Carabao Cup? You know, my buddy Rolf has sent me a lot of messages on this. Any Tottenham fans in the house? Yeah. Ah, Manchester City is leading. Ooh. Okay. All right. So the first heat is up. As I was telling you guys, I think whatever these American guys are doing with the coverage is terrible. In fact, it's already done. I haven't seen the race yet, but let me just put it up because we don't want to waste time here. First event is done. It's like a blanket finish between Nadine Vessa and Megan Simmons in the first semifinals. Personal best for Megan, 782, and Vessa 782 as well, separated by 0.812 and 0.815. This is close, and even Taylor and Meyer rather, I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, yeah. 791. I'm going to take a look at this race, but yeah. Anika, what's going on, Anika? Megan is such a live wire. She's fabulous, you know. Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't gotten a text from Leighton yet. He may have texted me already. Yeah. So I want to see this. Yeah, well, Megan isn't looking good. This is a different season for her, and started indoors a little bit shaky, but this morning she looked really smooth. And again, yeah. I'm probably more than that clip because what's happening? Are you on Peacock clip or what are you on? You know, yeah. Because I think the USA guys are not there, right? I think they just, if you watch the world feed in the morning, it's basically, you know, it's like very close to, but once they switch over, I think they sit in some other studio, get the feed and comment on the feed, which is gonna make it crazy. This is a really fast time. You think about 791, two people doing that. I don't know if they, you know, it's really quick. You have to make sure you come in the top two, otherwise you're struggling. I don't know how. I'm not sure how I'm that behind though. To be honest with you, Clip. Megan got out really well. She was ahead of Vessa, and Vessa actually came back into it. Ooh. I like how Megan got out. Yeah, let me get back onto some comments here. Anika says this weekend is a track and field overload right now, right in time for champs. I have been so happy for all this for all the athletes. Yeah, I mean it's yeah, champions, yeah, champs. You know, I haven't been to a champs for 26 years. Phew. You know, one of these days I'm like I'm gonna fly down for a champs, but I've just never gotten the time to do it. Yeah, Jamaica Championships should be great this year. Yeah, hopefully Peacock TVJ doesn't screw up on their coverage. Yeah, because I bought that Gibson relay thing and it was sticking like you never believe. So I don't know. Uh, I mean, 791 for Maya is a big PB too for her, and Taylor 791. Man, you don't want to be Taylor here in the sense that could be out. The second semifinal could be much hotter too, because you think about Kambunji, Pia Shirovska. Let's see. Did Megan touch a hurdle here? Let's see. Yeah, she did crash into that hurdle a little bit. Held the form though. Oh, you're running different streams, yeah. You're like the CBC stream is like 3 minutes fast. I think that's what's happening because what's happening is I need to try CBC then on a VPN. They're not taking the the Peacock guys are not there. So Atta Bolin or whoever and these guys, Paul Swanigan doing the coverage are not there. And so what they're doing is getting the world feed, then kind of commentating over it, as opposed to just going straight from the world feed. So it's NBC's cheap behavior again, but I'm not here to complain about that. Onika says Visa had to go really hard to catch Megan. She did. You want Megan to clean because it can be a problem if you don't. But let's see what we get from her. She's building into something really good. True to saying, hey, I'm back. What happened to... You mean a Deja Hajj? I don't know if that's what you mean. When you mean... you got to give me some more on that, Truth. You meant the the revelations about the suspension. That's what you mean? Yeah. I just saw the results for that. I got to see too. The second race, it hasn't come up on mine. You guys way ahead of me. What in the world did Pia did? 776, 776 between her and Kambunji. Cartwright 790. You see? So the other Bahamian is out now. I'll get to that in a second. Anika said world lead. Yeah, that was a crazy championship too, Anika. Yeah, and the way they won that too was wild, right? With a very small team. True is asking. Yeah, so as you know, everything is connected to the academy that all of those guys, all of those people attended. And so she had cooperated. A singer never really did, at least the way the AIU puts it. And she got 7 months instead of the 2 years. So it's more of a, they said she unintentionally took something, and so since the start of the year she was clear to participate in sport. Look, it's a terrible situation because uh, a lot of those, I suspect there are other athletes too. Up to date, to date, we only know about two athletes. Many of them were juniors at the time that had uh, gotten these kind of some performance stuff. It's more like stimulant stuff, you know. I think it's Caradine that was the thing. It's not like a anabolic steroid or anything like that, but it is. It's not the situation you want, you know, when athletes, and I you know I think I did a new video on it. Probably it's on the members only part where I don't know if we've released it yet, but it's that dude got to go to yeah. We have to wait to see what happens because there's a lot of investigation going on. There's potential Rodchenkov implications as well. Yeah. I have to switch to something else because these guys are annoying me. Cartwright had a good start too, and Kambunji was motoring away comfortably. I think she kind of eased up a little bit. I want to see the replay. Yeah, in terms of so there's like these basic bans, like your 2-year suspension. Depends on what if the certain substances are the classification as well. Immediately when that happens and they start an investigation, you if you accept some people accept suspension right away, and you go provisionally, or you know there's some substances like if you do anabolic steroids, EPO, those blood doping stuff, they have to suspend you right away, provisionally suspend you right away once it's in your system. If it's for other things, they may not necessarily have to do that, and they can backdo the results if you end up losing a case. What happens though usually is the question of cooperation. So they start to ask you, what did you take? When did you start taking it? Is there a cycle? Who gave it to you? If you start squealing, you know, it's a classic prisoner's dilemma thing, but you're the only one they have right now. So it's probably not the classic prisoner's dilemma, but you squeal, you know, the implication is that you have to start saying a lot of stuff. And if you substantially cooperate, they can recommend reductions in time. You know, sometimes you can even get public warnings for things. Like, for example, look at what happened to Aliyah Armstrong. I don't understand her situation. She said her doctor told her she could take the acne medicine. Clearly, she was taking acne medicine. But the real question is, you just don't believe your doctor, right? You have to, yeah, yeah. You have to basically apply for therapeutic exemption. Look, if you're an athlete and you're taking any kind of medicine, even if you believe that this medicine may not necessarily be on the banned substance list, you should still apply for therapeutic exemption, because all sort of stuff can happen. You just don't know what might be in that medicine, and you don't want to get involved in any kind of problem. Yeah. Yeah, so just to follow up, all of our results dating back to that the World Outdoor Under 20 Championships in Lima, Peru, all of those things have been invalidated, including our times and our position. So that she had gotten a silver medal was it a silver in the 100 at the time? Uh, uh, and the 200-meter thing, I believe, yeah. Mhm. So all of those are gone, and she served like a 7-month thing. We didn't know about it because you didn't really have to know about it. So that's the kind of a thing there, you know. Yeah. Anika says 774. I'll just put the results up for that, even though I haven't seen the race yet. I don't know what Devon Charlton is on right now, but 774, Ali Armstrong 784. The final of this event is gonna be crazy. Can we get a world record tonight? You know? So Charlton world leads. So we're getting back-to-back world leads in a matter of time. It was 776 for Pia Shioska and also the Tajikon Bunje. I mean, this is wild running here. So only those two from the top heat will make it into the final. Charlton and Armstrong. I think we're gonna get Cartwright, and the other Bahamian Taylor is out because her 791 is slower than the 791 for Meyer. Well, I think I'm gonna dump the the Peacock guys that I've paid for because I just switched my VPN over to the Canada, and CBC Sports is much quicker further ahead. They're not playing around. Just taking a check on some basketball. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Let me see. Truth is saying, I wish Hodge all the best, and we move on. Yeah, she's. I think at this moment, everything is fine. Will it stain our career? I don't think so. Obviously, it will be a part of it. Ooh, look how Devon got out on this. She was outrageously good right here, Charlton. Yeah, yeah. Well, Devon Charlton came in here as a favorite, I believe. After this event, I still think she's the favorite, but it's very tight. It is very tight. This is going to be really, really good running. Yeah, but to finish my point on Hodge, Truth, she was young. It happened, so we have to. We'll move on. You never want it to happen. It will be a slight stain, but I think as it progresses, she should be fine. And it wasn't an anabolic steroid either. It was a stimulant. And importantly, the AIU in their final uh, ruling on the matter said that she unintentionally consumed the substance. So that is important, and I think she'll move on from that. And she had a fabulous SEC championship, well, and also a fabulous championship at the NCAA's, second place in the 60, winning the 200 meters. I'm looking forward to see what we get from our outdoors. Very talented athlete. We've seen her over the years, but her absence last year kind of explains what was happening there. Anika says, this will be an awesome 60-meter final. Let's go, ladies. North America versus Europe. It's going to be fabulous. Potentially a world record. Clip says, long jump final up. Yeah, it's going to be a great long jump final. Let's see. Let me get some where we are there. I think you're thinking about Mattia Ferlani there. You got Adcock this season already with a outdoor with, I think he's done a 8:23. The Aussie guys start early because they're in the southern hemisphere. Let's see if Kira McLeod can get on the podium. You got Tajay Gale, but Sarah Buakov to me has been the most consistent jumper this season. 8:45. The guy can high jump as well, so I think he could be on the podium. So let's see. Is the prediction open for the women's final yet? Not yet. All right, I've ditched the NBC guys, even though I pay for it. All right. Ooh, Purdue 74, Miami 69, 56 seconds left. Let's get that, Braden. Okay, good. Hopefully I can pull this off because I don't know what they're doing there. Anyway, hopefully you guys are doing well. I'm just watching a couple different sporting events at the same time. Just checking. See if my Boilermakers can finish up this second round of the NCAA. And I think they will win this. What? Did they get it over? Okay. Ooh, Manchester City 2, Arsenal 0. My wife won't be happy with that. But it doesn't matter. I'm not an Arsenal fan. All right. So the track and field going back. I'll get back to the track and field here, guys. And for Larney in his first attempt, 8:16. And I don't know if 8:16 will get on the podium. I hope it doesn't. I think that's really warm-up running there. But it would be great if we can get some big jumps here. So it's going to be Furlani, then Adcock. What? Yeah. And then Sarah Buakov, then Shu. So we'll see. And the next thing on the track will at 2:22 p.m. will be the women's 1500 meter final. That should be an exciting final. Nikki Hiltz, Hunter Bell, Guillermo running. I don't know if she'll get on the podium, but Jessica Hull, Berkey Hylam, that should be a fantastic run. Maybe Ijor Sanders could probably push and get on the podium too. I'm not sure. Only a 4:05 this season, so. But I suspect this 1500 meters for women will be much more exciting than what we saw in the men's equivalent. Now we can play the. So help me play the prediction game for this 60-meter hurdles. Who's coming 1, 2, 3 in the 60-meter hurdles final? World Athletics has the prediction game. I don't know if you guys have been playing it. who? I mean, I think you can toss a coin and and anything, and we get the medalists. It's just so close. It's gonna be tight. But you know what? I'm gonna go with Charlton winning. Kambunji second. Ah, I think I'm gonna go with Shrioska. I want to put Megan on the list too, but I don't know. Well, the Boilermakers are on to the Sweet 16. Not the best games for them, but we'll take it. Clip says I got Devon, Pia, and Kambunji with Megan a dark horse. Yeah, I have it that way too. I put Kambunji before Pia. But it's anybody's call. I think when we think about this, and I know I sound like a broken record if you've heard me on this before. On any given night in the final of the sprint hurdles, you can close your eyes and and just pick, because these women are really good, very competitive, and the difference is marginal. It's so marginal that when you get to a major championship, you're like, any of these lot can win. And it's great for the sport. The way it's so good, you want 9-lane tracks for finals here, because at least outdoors, or can we get 10-lane tracks for outdoors? I think we're getting to 10 lane. There are some tracks that are now being laid at 10 lanes. I think that's kind of gimmicky if you go 10 people in a final, but just because of the level of competition. Imagine you don't get into a final running, what was it? Was it 791? She didn't run. 791 got eliminated. Let's see. Yeah, 791 and you don't get into a final. Oh. Nobody's taking that title from Devon, and it's a toss-up between Pia and Kambunji on who can replicate their semi or better. That's the comment from Clip. It's a very good point. Charlton, Kambunji, Megan. Yeah, that would be a special moment if Devon Charlton could win. That would be 3 titles in a row. You add that to her world record. We can make the case, right, that she potentially is the greatest over 60 meters. In terms when he starts stacking these up, can we? Well, she's definitely up there, yeah. And I don't know why I'm thinking out loud on this, but she's special. You hope that one day she could find a way on a medal podium outdoors. She's gotten into finals, but that is a tough space. Still got a lot of work to do. She's improved her outdoor performance tremendously over the last couple of years. But truthfully, if you're not capable of getting to 12 twos, you don't need 12 twos to always be on the podium, but you need to be in that kind of space to feel confident that you can actually do this. So 1500 meters coming. Let me just take a check on the long jump. I saw Tajay Gale just now, and I didn't follow the jump. So Sarah Burkhoff in the lead with 8:22. The Portuguese athlete played 8:17. Furlani 8:16. Tentaglu, I forgot about him. He's always at these major championships, probably in the twilight of his career right now. And Gale 8:07. So still early days in the long jump. Have all people registering legal marks so far. I don't see any X's as yet. So early stages. All right. Well, I was just listening to a message from my good friend Leighton Levy, but I wish I could tell you what that was about. But 1500 meter off. Hull already taking it out. Hunter Bell there, Berkey Hylam a bit out wide. I think she doesn't like the pace. She's now stepping up now, and she's motoring to take the lead from Berkey Hylam. Hull right behind her. What is Berkey doing? Berkey's actually stepping out on these women right now. She has about like a 10-meter lead here, moving into a 15-meter lead. That is, she's really taking it out. I would not follow her if I'm the rest. And I don't think the rest following. I think Hunter Bell just coming up now onto Jessica Hull, and they're just kind of doing it the right way. 800 meter split at 2:05:30. So the pace here is really hot. 2:08 for Hunter Bell at 800. So whatever Berkey Hylam is on, she is really pushing it right now. She's opening up on these women. Let's hope she can continue with this. This is like a good 30-meter lead. This is crazy running. So for the second pack is Bell, Jessica Hull right there. Where's Nikki Hilks? I think she's settling back as well. So there's a bunch of women there. Whoa. Berkey Hylam is gone. I've never seen this. The rest are coming though. They are coming now. They're starting to eat up on her. They're coming back after her, but I think she might have enough to hold them off. Still a good 25, 30 meter lead there. They are coming for her. She will not sustain this. There is no way. She cannot sustain this. They're eating her up. She will not medal. This is a foolish move from Berkey Highlam. I can't believe she went out and did this. She's on the home stretch right here. Not the home stretch, on the final bell now. She's gone. Hunter Bell took her over now. Jessica Hull, everybody passing her. She's running in reverse. This is a classic meme right now. But Hunter Bell is going to take this. She's opening up on them. Jessica Hull does not have the pace to catch Georgia Hunter Bell. And Hunter Bell takes this 3:58.53. World leading time from the 800 meter medalist, the 1500 meter medalist from the Olympics. That's a massive record for her. Era record for coming up for Jessica Hull, 3:59.45. Nikki Hiltz, personal best, 3:59.68. This is a pretty good race here. And Berkey Highlam running 4:01.34 in the end for 5th place. That is not even a sensible run in the end from her. I would love to know the thought process here, because if you go this hard, you have to think. You're right, Clip. I didn't even see your comments there. You're saying it must be world record place. It wasn't quite world record place, but it looked like she was on course for some massive championship record. And if you make that move, you anticipate that you have the ability to keep it up, especially an athlete of her stature. But it wasn't the case. She clips saying she basically paced everyone's PB. It looks that way. So Georgia Hunter Bell, probably one of the first gold medals of 2 tonight for that the Brits will get in both the 8 and 15. She starts off with a 1500 meter gold medal for Team GB, 3:58.53, world leading time. That is a very quick time. No pacers, obviously, except for probably Berkey Highlam, but no one was following her. Jessica Hull picking up another medal of the night. Not tonight, but another medal of these championships. 3:59.45. That's an era record for Oceania. And Nikki Hiltz, personal best 3:59.68. National record for France too, from Agatha Guillemot, 3:59.71. 4 women going sub 4 minutes. That's a good run there from Hunter Bell, 3:58.53. That puts her 8th best on the all-time list. Just dislodging Tejas Gurma, and right behind Berkey Highlam, who has a 3:58.43. I'll get a check-in on the long jump in a second as well. Let's see where we are. I'm gonna get an update on the long jump and also the pole vault. I haven't checked into pole vault for a while. Pole vault currently, Molly Caudry at season best at 480, Sush at 480 as well. So, oh, the medals are out now. Except, I guess we have a bronze medal. We don't have a silver and gold yet. Yeah. And I didn't have McCartney on my predictions coming in. Then I switched and put her in because I was like hoping that she was gonna step up. Imagine 3 people getting the bronze medal, and I had Angelica Moser as a bronze medalist in my initial predictions, and I took her out this morning. Second guess myself. Hi everyone. Hopefully you guys doing well. Are you guys enjoying the championship? Again, thanks for the support as usual. And obviously, I always use the watch alongs as a space for people who love track and field and just want to talk about the sport while they watch. And I'm happy you guys are here. If you missed last night's joint live with me, Leighton Levy and I, it's available on the channel, so you can check that out. We not only recapped yesterday's performance, but we also spent some time talking about Elaine Thompson-Herah's opening 200 meters there in Jamaica, which was a fabulous run, if you ask me. We touched a little bit on Sharika Jackson's 52 seconds over 400 rather, and may have talked a little bit about Chris Taylor and Rashawn Clark. There's some stuff that we did to cover that meet a bit, not in great detail, but we did touch on a few of those things at the very end of that live. So if you want to check that out, it's available on the channel as usual. And thanks for liking and subscribing. All right, so that's that with the pole vault. Suchet just failed at 485, so let's see what we get there. They had equal clean. I think the card is clear for both her and Molly Caudry, so we'll have to wait a little bit. I want to take a check at the men's long jump. Currently, Sire Burkov is still in the lead in the long jump. Kieran McLeod 783 on his first attempt. Yeah, so there's a lot of work to be done. Still early days in the men's long jump. I think they've probably finished the first. They're not quite finished the first round yet. But lots of guys there, so it will take some time to sort out. The next thing on the track will come up in 4 minutes time, and we'll get the final of the men's 800 meters. Yeah, that is going to be a cracker. I'll put the starting lineup there just for your viewing pleasure. But it's Clay, Boldeck, Atawi, Lockton House, Creston, and Boyle. Really interesting lineup here. If things go true to form, we should get a fabulous run from Cooper Lockton House. How fast will he go? I don't know. He ran 44 and change yesterday, and it looked normal. It looked like he was having fun. Mohamed Atawi had to break his neck to get into that final. I never really liked the way he runs his races, especially for a guy of his caliber. But it's working so far. Elliot Creston, too, could get on the podium. Peter could get on the podium as well. It's setting up to be a fabulous 800-meter final. And yeah, and then following that will be the women's 800-meter final that will feature the likes of Keely Hutchinson, newly minted world record holder over the event, Audrey Veerul. It's going to be fabulous. Well, there's a couple updates on some association football. Arsenal lost the Carabao Cup to Manchester City. I did watch the Forest Tottenham game. I watched a little bit of the Newcastle game this morning as well. All right, so the guys are on track right now for the 800 meters, 800 meter final rather, and it's going to be exciting. All right, so Atau is being introduced right now. Blow deck for the man from Croatia. And then the Japanese athlete who's been running really well to get into these finals, Clay. This is how far behind Peacock is. So as you know, I just switched to watch it on Canada TV with my VPN. But on my television, on my other screens over here, like Peacock is like way behind showing final last year with Donovan Brazier and these guys. All right, 800 meters on. Cooper Hopkins locked in house in about third. Peter Boyle, I think it was Creston with the lead initially. He came through at 400, at 200 at, was that two? I don't remember what I was at. 26-1 for 200. It's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah. Let's see what you got at 400. So Lockton House is already up now on to Creston. Like he's running out into lane 2. He doesn't like the pace. He's now taking over. And Cooper Lockton House now, the 17-year-old kid out of the United States, is now gone into this lead. And he's opening up a little bit. Not quite much, but Peter Boyle doesn't like it. Woo! There's a little bit of jostling there between Boyle and Creston. But Cooper just has like a couple steps lead on to Creston, who's trying to hang with him. And Mohamed Atawi is coming in on the inside in front of Peter Boyle. But I don't know if he has enough to come in on the inside and get in. He has to go out if he's going to do it. But Cooper Lockton House looks like he's going to win it. He takes a check. He wins it ahead of Elliot Creston. 1:44.24 is the flash time. And finally, again, Mohamed Atawi finds a way to come from way behind to get on a podium. It's an amazing run here. 3 men under 45 seconds. The official results now up. Let me get that on screen. Look at that. 1:44.24 for the 17-year-old kid. Shout out to Elliot Creston. As I said all season, he was looking good on the World Indoor Gold Tour. Atawi there, 1:44.66. And Peter Boyle, 1:45.14. That's an era record indoors. Boyle, I believe, has already gone 1:43 outdoors this season. I have to look at it again to see if he made some errors there. But this is a crazy run from a kid. This is a 17-year-old kid that broke onto the scene last year, got an automatic spot to the World Championships for the United States. Couldn't quite deliver the expectations at 142 man. But he was 16 going to his first championship. And then he comes a year later and he ran 144.24. He's already gone 144 this season, right? I think I don't know what I'm seeing here. This is a special talent. I think his PB over indoors 144.03, and he comes here and he runs 144.24 against season campaigners. He can't even go out for a drink. He cannot. Paulette, how you doing? A blessed Sunday to you too. Cooper running with some dirty tactics, LOL, according to Clip. Hey, you have to learn early, you know. I have to see it again. There's a little bit of a jostle there that was happening between Peter Boyle and I think Elliot Creston at one point, but I want to see it one more time. Actually, I can watch it here on the other screen because NBC is way behind. Let's see. When you look at Cooper from last year to this year too, he's also physically more imposing. Yeah, he was just not having that run from Kirsten. And he just steps out into lane 2 and gets to control the pace somewhat. This is a remarkable feat for a kid. Absolutely remarkable. So this was the bell lap where there was a little bit of jostle, not too much there. Then Atawi comes through into lane 1. Boyle still running partially in 2 at that moment. And then Atawi establishes position there. Yeah, that's what happened. But at that point in time, Cooper was already in control. He takes a check there to see if anybody's going wide. And then he checks again. And he had enough in the legs to win this. Easily. Massive performance. 144.24. As I mentioned before, I put it back up on the screen here. 144.38 and 144.66. 3 men going sub 145. It's really good running there indoors. Really good running. I think Malikarji just wrapped up the pole vault as well. I'll get that up. Oh, she did clear 485 too. So that is good for the Brit. Team GB athlete. Tina Suchez there, failing at all attempts at 485. And then 3 women shearing bronze. There's a lot of shearing going on at this championship. Lots of shearing. Let me get to some comments here. Average Joe, what's going on? Lockton House and Root gonna be fun to watch next year. Yeah, Sam Ruth, that's the next kid too. He's crazy. Then there's that next Aussie kid too. Yeah. There's an evolution of youngsters. Well, I don't know if it's an evolution, but there's an emergence rather, that's a better word, of some youngsters that the kind of talent that's out there, the boundaries that they potentially can push, assuming that all goes well. He's also the youngest kid to ever win a championship. 17 years, 93 days. He's a kid. Yeah, I like the Sam Root kid too. I think he's very special. We'll see what we get from him. But right now, Cooper has now delivered. At 17, you come to a championships. Imagine, you got to go back to school. Gets on a flight probably tonight. Well, tomorrow rather. Because the flight's out of Europe usually in the morning. And then he comes home. Got to go to school. And he's the world champion. He's a special kid. It's just unbelievable. Let me get a check in the long jump as I see them there. They're gonna show. Yeah. Furlani's overstriding there for my liking. Ooh, that's big. Only 825, but Sarborka have gone ahead on his second jump to 830.31. So shaping up nicely. That took the lead before Sarbork Yukov went ahead, I think. I haven't seen that jump yet, but let's see what average is saying here. Do we know when Ruth will compete in the next major event, Commonwealth Games or U20 champs? I don't know the answer to that, average Joe. I don't know if he should go to the Commonwealth Games. He could. The Yeah. Well, the problem is if you go to the time in between Commonwealth Games and U20 in Oregon is pretty close. I think he should go to the U20. I know he's running with the big guys, but I think I think I think there's some development that you want to see happen, but you also don't necessarily want to just put them straight into competition with at the elite level. But I mean, he's already running at the elite level, so I guess it doesn't even matter. I suspect what I don't know what they have for his pro. I've never kind of investigated the what they're doing for his development. I have to try and find out that or ask some people. I don't really have any new contacts in New Zealand. I'll see what I can get. But for example, what we know about like say Gout in comparison, they are like taking a deliberative move in terms of how they when they decide to come the events he competes, if he doubles, where he goes. They expose him a little bit to elite competition, then they put him back, and they're just not trying to rush things. I don't know what they're doing with Sam, but we'll see. All right, so the Jamaicans are up to 6 and 7 right now, I believe, in the long jump. Is that right? 1, 2, yeah, 6 and 7, but it's only 807 for Tajay Gale, which came on his first attempt. Keir McLeod on his second attempt went 798. Those distances won't challenge the medal places. So coming up next in a matter of 3 minutes will be the women's finals for the 800 meters. Oh my God. That looks like a big jump from the Cuban. How big was that? Probably not big enough. That's actually big enough to take the second position, 826. I just saw it on this side. So final rundown for the women's 800 meter final. That's the starting lineup there. It's gonna be fire. I think the running is gonna come from Hutchinson, Vero, Getachew, Adi Wiley, somewhere around there. I don't know if Lieberman can hang or Kitching, but we'll see. It's gonna be a fantastic run. If Keely feels like she's up for it, it could be a 155 or better. I don't believe it's gonna be a world record. I don't know if she wants to kind of chance that in a major championship after just breaking the world record a few weeks ago. But you never know. There's money to be extra championship money to be had if you do this. That Holden kid there from Cuba went up to second position at 826, and he looks good. Again, a long line of excellent jumpers that come out of Cuba. Whether they stay in Cuba or not is a different story, but they're really good at getting these athletes and preparing them. Not getting, but developing, because they are Cuban. Hutchinson's already motoring. I think that Vera's behind her. She's not making up any stack. I don't think it makes sense. Let's see if Hutchinson breaks the lane one before everybody else. Looks like she will do that. And so Keely, ooh, there's a push there from Audrey Veru and Getachew. A little bit of a, she could have stepped off the track with that, but she held her position. Vero out into lane 2 right now. She needs to tuck back into lane 1 at some point. You don't want to be running all of that out in lane 2. So 56.96 for the first 400. That's pretty decent from Keely. She has about a 2 or 3 step lead on Getachew at the moment. She is actually pushing the pace right now. She's opening up on them. Let's see what we get at 600. 126. This is 156 or better pace. This is going to be quick. She starts to move, and then Audrey Vero starts to step up, moves ahead of Getachew and Adi Wiley there coming too. But Keely Hutchinson is just opening up as if she's by herself. Audrey Vero is coming, but she's only going to come for a silver medal. And Hutchinson is going to probably run under 156. She runs 155.31. That's a championship record. Vera comes in and Adi Wiley gets on the podium. as I mentioned, I didn't think Keely would break the world record here, but I think if she ran well, we could have gotten a 155 national record for Audrey Vera. Look at that, 156.64. Addie Wiley PB 158.36. But back to Vero, I was mentioning in my preview to this, I was like, you don't want to follow Keely, you just want to run your own race. And she learned this because she suffered that before, and she went on the 157. That is some really, really good. $156.64 for Vero is top class running. Addie Wiley comes here and moves Getachew off the podium. That's a big run for her. That is crazy running from Keely Hutchinson. 155.30, 154 for the world record the other day. Clip says that was blazing fast. It was. It was. Imagine running 156 and not even being in the race. You got to put that in context, guys. This is how you know Keely Hutchinson is a super special athlete. You're not even in the race. So Hutchinson comes out recently, runs what? 150, what's the world record? 154.87. Now she runs, what's this? 155.30. That is still the second fastest time ever, because Keplak's world record was 155.82. And now Vera runs 156.64. That moves her up to top 5. That's actually not top. She's now the fourth fastest ever right now. But in terms of times, that's different. You know, that would push her up on time. By athlete, no, what did she do here? 156.64. So that puts her up at number 5 all time as an athlete. I mean, the timings might be different in terms of times, but that's a big run from Audrey Vera. I'm looking at it again over here. She comes in really nicely. That's a big run from Vera. But Keely Hutchinson, special, very special. The outdoor world record is in sights, guys. We figured it out recently. I never believed that we would be there, but I'm all for it. Really all for it, because these world records have to go, if you know what I mean. They have to go. And it's also disappointing that some of these records are on the book and we have to wait. Years for generational talents to come on. 3 British women there picking up gold medals. I just saw a shot of Molly Caudry, Hunter Bell, and Keely Hutchinson all sharing a photo. The Brits are having a great time. So the next event on the track will be the 800 meters for Pentathlon. That will close out the that I haven't checked. Let me check the combine points here. Doctor's still in the lead. O'Connor and then Hall. So this may be where the medals go. 3,956 to 3,878 and 3,841. I feel bad I haven't been following the pentathlon as closely. I saw a couple of the events earlier this morning, but since we came live, I haven't really been following. But one event left, and let's check the long jump to see where we are there. Sarbuakov again with another big jump, but not better than his second attempt, but he's out at 8:30. So it's 8:31, 8:26, 8:25. That's the medal positions at the moment. So we need some big jumping if guys want to get into the on the podium. All right, and then once that is up, we'll get the 60-meter hurdles final. Let's check the starting, the lane assignments for that. If the semifinals prove to be quick, perhaps we may be on world record pace tonight. Cartwright is in lane 1, Armstrong 2, Visser 3, Kambunji, Shishowska in 5, Charlton 6, Simmons, Megan Simmons 7, and Meyer in 8. Those are the finalists. Imagine 791, he didn't get into the, one person with 791 got into the final, and another person didn't get in the final with 791. This is how quick these women are running, and it's going to be a brilliant final. So the 800 meters for pentathlon is gone. I think Anna Hall is already gone out there. She's trying to see if she can actually run really quick. I don't think she can actually do this. But Hall is gone. Let's see if she can do this. She has a good... What is Anna Hall doing? She's really pushing. Can she keep this pace up? I know she's trying to see if she can overall doctor, but I don't know if she has that in the legs. That's a tough pace. She has a good 20-meter lead on these women. 59.77 at 400 meters. There's no way she can keep this pace. There's no way she can keep this pace. This is almost like how Berkeley Highland started out in that race. I mean, she's still stretching though. Whoa. Anna Hall is blazing here. She's now slowing down a bit, but she has a big lead on the field. Ooh. She's gonna run 206 here. 206.32. Let's see you. Kate O'Connor run 210.26. Who gets 961 points here? And Doctor did 212.27 for 932. So I don't think Anna Hall can overall. Is the combined points up yet? Let's see. Yeah, Hall gets second position, so she moves from third to second on that, but not enough to overall Sophie Doctor. That was a brilliant run there from Anna Hall. She really pushed for it, but didn't get enough. But shout out to these women. There's world leading time from Doctor 4888, Anna Hall 486, 4860 rather, and Kate O'Connor 4839. That's a national record for the Irish woman. It's really good performance there. Anna Hall, I mean, I really want to see her post race interview. That's a real fighter there because the way she went out for that final 800 meters, she was pushing it, just didn't quite. She wasn't quick enough. Perhaps if she had got, let me see, she ran what, 206.32. So if she had gone like 205.9, that's what, 8, 6. No, she would have to probably run 204 and change probably to get enough points. I don't have a calculator in front of the calculator in front of me, but yeah. All right, so just a quick update on the long jump, right? No, that's not the long jump. The long jump is still 831 in the lead, 826, 825. We're in round number 3, or just wrapping up round number 3. So work to be done still. In another 3 minutes, we'll get the final of the 60-meter hurdles for women. That should be a cracker. Followed by finals for men's 4x4 and women's 4x4. And then these championships are over. That's the starting lineup again. All right, last. Let's get some polls going. I don't have time to make that myself because I'm operating by myself. But let me get the lineup again for the 60-meter hurdles. Who you have winning it? 1, 2, 3. I think early on I got some. Anika gave me something there and clipped, but Who you got? All right. Clip says I'm switching to Devon Visa Pia. All right. The women are on the track. Cartwright being introduced. Ali Armstrong. We might get a world record. We could get a world record. Nadine Vessa. Kambunji. Looking a little bit leaner than we saw a couple weeks ago, too. So she's probably rounding into better shape. Brian is like 7.64. I mean, I don't know. It could. I mean, it might require that tonight. The way these women ran, obviously, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to replicate the semifinal performance, but the way Devon shut that down to in the end, she looked really easy. Megan Simmons here, keep showing the ice in the vein type of thing. I believe that's what she's saying. And I mean, new coach, change the scenery out there in Lexington this year. Hey, let's see if she can get on the podium. It's going to be tough. It is going to be tough right here. You don't want to make mistakes. You have to hurdle cleanly for all of these women. I'm getting nervous and I'm not in the race. Wow, look how Devon Charlton flew out. Devon Charlton is on her way to her third title in a row. Oh my God. World record. 764. Is it official? No, it's rounded up to 765. Equal world record. I don't even know who came second. If it's coming up as Visa and Pia Shirovska, it looks like that's what coming up. Whoa. The results are coming through right now. Let me just put that up. National record there for Pia. Look at these times, 765, way out there. Devon Charlton cementing while she's the greatest ever over the distance, equaling our world record. At one point, it was 764, but rounded up to 765. Nadine Vessa, 773. 773 for Pia Shirovska, too. Look at that. Separated by 0.723 to 0.728. Kambunji, 775. Megan Simmons equaling her PB at 782. Ali Armstrong 785, 790, 790. That was a race. Debbie Megan just, I have to watch the race again. Crown on the head of Devon Charlton. Purdue Boilermaker too, I always like to say that. So look at that. Megan is basically saying she's done 3 in a row. That is, and she's hyping her up, you know. That's great camaraderie there. Oh my God, that is a fabulous run. We need to see this on replay again. And obviously, the Peacock stuff here is really way behind, so I get to see it on a bigger screen too. But this time I gotta watch the separation between Vis and Pia, because that was Shishovska there was really in the mix. Kambunji 775 season best. When we talk about tight. Clip got the whole podium. Hey. I told you got to give the lotto numbers, but you never gave them yesterday. Not that it's gonna matter because I don't play the lotto, but all right, let's see. This is a front-on vision. That's kind of hard to see, but you kind of see how Charlton is separating from the lot. Let's see. Megan hit a couple hurdles too. At least one from there. Charlton touched that hurdle. She touched the last hurdle. Just a slight touch. Maybe if she didn't, it would have probably definitely be a world record. Look at that. That's dominance from Devon Charlton. 3 in a row, equaling the world record. Some big running there from the Bahamian. Only relays left. Look at. And you have to think, like this morning, Devon got left in the blocks and they recalled the race. Rightly so, I believe, but another athlete, another day, maybe she could have been watching this final from the hotel. Leighton Levy texting me, Charlton is clearly the GOAT. I agree. Let's see. Oh, what's up? Crushes in the house. 4 medal. What? Medal yellow, first red, for 4 GB. Oh, okay. You are I got to put it on a bigger screen because I keep saying I have 20/20 vision, which I think I do, but this is a small screen here. Okay, I get what you're saying there. I didn't realize you're an Arsenal fan. Clip is I thought Meg being next to Devon would bring her go what? You mean pass or PB? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting thing. Sometimes you don't, as close as those people can be, you probably don't always see them, right? You want to focus on your own race, it's hurdles, but equaling her personal best, I think she walks away from this having left it all on the track, right? She did clip one of the hurdles. I don't know if it was hurdle number 4 or so. We have to see it again, but I don't think she can be mad about this. But yeah, sorry about that. Clip says absolutely true. All right, I'm going to check the pole vault there. Not pole vault, sorry, the long jump quickly. I think we are now. Okay, so we've lost. Let's put that up on the screen before we get back to this hurdles thing because I'm still mesmerized. Well, McLeod is gone. Let's see. Tajay Gale just did 8:12. I think his jump is now coming up on my screen. That's still not good enough to get anywhere close to the medals right now. You got to go 8:25 or better to get into the medal position. But he still has another 2 jumps. Well, another jump. He needs to get up there in order to get close to it. It's a lot of revisionist stuff there, Crush. You know, you're talking as long as you where you. I think I missed your. Didn't you say something about the Premier League? Who did I miss that? Yeah. As long as you get the perm, you know, you're happy. Charlton, the lad today. I don't know. Cool. That's a interesting thing. Right now, Devon Charlton, first to do 3 in a row. I think Ali had, who did Nia Ali? I think had 2 in a row. Who else had 2 in a row? Was it Lolo? Clip saying it was the same result when Meg broke her PB outdoors last year. She broke it, then equaled it in the next race. Yeah. Yeah. So on track is 4x4. That's the last event for men, and then they'll do the women, and then the championship's over. This is gonna be a wild race because lots of So Jamaican 1, USA in 2, Hungary in 3, Portugal 4, the Netherlands 5, and Belgium. So Jamaica has Hales, Kennedy, Taylor, Farquharson, Robinson, Smith, McCreary for USA. Anyway, it's about to start, so I'll watch that. So it's a clean start off in this 4x4 men's. And USA guys already making up the staggering big time. The Jamaican guy needs to run harder if he wants to. Well, he's not running hard enough. It's like dead last right now. If you're in lane 1 and 2, you have to push out hard in order to establish position. But the USA guy did a good job on the first leg, right behind the Belgian guy right now. So Chris Robinson has the baton right now. I think that's Chris Robinson. But the Belgian guys are still ahead. But the USA athlete has him in sights. Netherlands into third, but a distant third. Then Jamaica fourth, quite a distant fourth. Now the USA took the lead right now. A really good run there from Chris Robinson. I think they're taking over right now. That's a good lead for USA. I don't think that the Belgian athlete can catch them after this. So it's USA, Belgium, the Netherlands, Jamaica. The question is, can Jamaica close on this Dutch guy? I don't know. I doubt it. The Jamaican athlete is now up onto the Dutch one, but still a lot of work to be done. I don't know if he's done all of the running. Why is he running in lane 2? So McRae has the baton. The United States are going to win this, and they're going to win this quite comfortably because there's nobody catching McRae. Can Jamaica get that silver medal? He's motoring now in front of the Dutch. Jamaica may get this medal here if he can hold on. But it's a massive distance. The United States are coming around. They're going to win this quite easily. Jamaica now into third position. Can they hold off? So it's going to be USA, Belgium, 301.52 championship record, it looks like. And Jamaica gets a third place medal ahead of the Dutch. Kamar Farquharson there running a lovely leg. So Robinson to Smith to McRae, 301.52 from the Americans. Championship record for them. Belgium, season best time, 303.29. And Jamaica there with a gritty run there. Big leg by Kamar Farquharson there. 45.54, at least the split time they're showing there. putting the Jamaicans ahead of the Dutch. McRae ran a 44.6 on that leg. $45.5 for Alexander Doom and $45.54 for Farquharson. Nikki Sue says, excellent leg from Kimar. Yeah, he brought them right back into it. I mean, the first leg from Hales was a little bit iffy, you know, like I think he made a tactical error. He should have worked a bit harder to get out. But anyway, I don't think that would have challenged I still think Jamaica would be a distant third anyway to Belgium and obviously the United States. That was pretty close to the world record too, right? Yeah. What's the world record? Yeah. Gotta check what's the men's 4x4. So 30. 301.52 here, and you have like, there's a bunch of like short track records that I don't know. Thank you for coming through. Shout out. Found me from Mr. Analyst. Yeah, Leighton. In fact, Leighton and I are doing a bunch of texting going on right now. Leighton Levy, Mr. Analyst. We should be live. I haven't talked to him if we're going live later on. We might be doing it. I know last night he was suffering from some allergies, but yeah, appreciate you coming through. Is that Dr. Storytell 182 if I got that correctly? So that was a good run there. Just to kind of recap that performance, I was trying to check some records there real quickly because, contrary to popular belief, not all the records are in my head, or they used to be. I just can't remember everything. Really good running from the United States there. Championship record 301.52. Excellent leg by McRae there, 44.65. But if you had to give a good performance, Kimar Farquharson there from Jamaica, running the Jamaicans right back into it, edging out the Dutch. Belgium obviously getting the second place. So one more event on the track, but in the meantime, let's take a quick check on the men's long jump to see if there's any change there. Still the same top three. So Sawyer Burakov there, 8:31. The kid from Cuba, Jorge Holden, 8:26. Oh, Matti Falani just went into the lead in front of my eyes. I haven't seen the jump yet, but 8:39, that puts him straight into the lead. Matti Falani there, he's a special talent. I'm going to see if it should come up on screen right now. Oh, was it? So they have that. They had it wrong, right? Not quite sure about character yet. Maybe I don't know. Usually it depends. Yeah, I'll see what happens. Next week is champs. I don't know what I'm doing in champs. Usually I just watch champs, Jamaica champs from here. Oh, that's a big jump there, and he had a lot of space on the board there for Lani. 8:39. But we'll do some recaps probably for sure. Nikki's correcting it. It wasn't Raheem, it was Delana. Yeah. Interesting. Because I had to switch it onto another screen here, so it was like it's hard to see these guys, and I didn't look at it on the when it was being replayed on Peacock. I should have done that. So Holden here coming down. That's a massive jump, but I think that's a red flag. He went all the way. That was a huge jump from the 18-year-old kid, but from just looking at it, he was stepping over. Don't need any photo finish, any high speed camera to tell you that. Clip. There's no surprise. There's no protest. This Holden kid is gonna be something special because he had a big jump there, but it's half of his foot was over the board. That's a big jump there from Sarabukov, but he looks like he's over the board too. Those big shoes. So it's still 8:39 equal in PB for Furlani. Sarabukov 8:31 and Jorge Hodlin from Cuba 8:26 season best. That's the top three so far in the men's long jump. Sarabukov was leading for such a long time until Furlani steps up with a bigger jump. Let's see what we get here, if anything changes, but some exciting stuff here. Anytime, So Tentoglu here trying to get into medal position. He's one of those athletes that can come up with a big one, but he's not having the greatest of series or the last couple of years, so I strongly doubt it. 8:15 is best so far. Can he go further? It's a good jump. I don't think it's good enough to challenge the medal positions. It looks like it's probably 8:20-ish there. Let's see what comes up. 8:19. So better than before, but not quite good enough. So one last track event left, women's 4x4. GB has Keely Hutchinson listed here. Is that right? We have to wait to see, but they have her there. Dina Asher Smith as well on the 4x4. I don't know about all of this. Balde there just had a decent jump. He gets the green. Let's see what's the measurement. 8:46. The dude came and won it on the last attempt. This happened similarly this morning when in the long jump there. Big jumps coming late. 8:46. I like it. You know my thoughts. I think you need to do 8:50 and better to win these championships, but I'll take a 8:46 here. That's a world-leading jump. That surpasses the Sarabukov jump. I think Sarabukov has a 8:45 this season, if I'm not mistaken. Nikki says, I feel like Pentathlon needs Wayne Pinnock in the lead to bring out the best. There's a lot to unpack there. You know, there is the... I'm gonna take it straight on. I won't editorialize it, but I know what you're saying. 8:46 goes into the lead, so we're getting some big jumps late. Furlani had to do that big jump to dislodge Sarabukov. So now it's 8:46, and Blade got into the lead. 8:39. The Cuban is out of the medal table at the moment, so we got to wait and see. But it's getting exciting. Closing stages of the long jump. My bad, guys. I went mute on you. The Cuban tried to get into a medal position, but it turned out to be 8:04, so not a big jump. So Sarabukov now trying to get back to the top of the pile. Got dislodged first by Furlani, then now by Balde. Can he make a big one here? That looks... That's a big jump, but I think it's a red. Because you can see, you know... So Sarabukov is out. And it's bronze medal for him. So Mate Furlani, he has the final jump. Can he get a bigger one than 8:46? He needs something bigger than 8:46 if he's going to get this gold medal. Can he find another big jump? No, not good enough. I think he went red too, and that was a no jump. So it's been decided. The long jump is over. Your medalist, Sarabukov, getting the bronze medal after leading for a considerable amount of time. For Mattia Ferrani, the young Italian there, lots of talent, gets up with a big jump of 8:39 to dislodge him. And the Portuguese, similar to what we saw this morning in the women, 8:46, world leading time. Gerson Balde, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, I think that's how it's pronounced. I have to check it. Wins the World Indoor title. So only the 4x4 for women, and another fantastic World Indoor Championships will come to an end. And then all we have to do is to think about what happens outdoors. Diamond League kicks off in May. Yeah, obviously a few meets will start up before that Continental Tour. It should be a great summer. No major championships outside of the Commonwealth Games. World U20 Championships this year too in Oregon. That should be exciting. Ultimate Championships in Budapest in September closes the season. So the track and field season will be fantastic regardless. It's a World Cup year, so most people will probably be watching football, but you know. So Dr. Storytel is asking, thanks again. Yeah, I appreciate it. Were you surprised by how the medal winners went for the jumps? I didn't have this I thought Sari Bukov would have won because he came in to the championships a bit with some consistency, did 8:45 coming into this championship. And Furlan is the kind of kid that I believe that is very talented, could always get on a medal podium. I'm trying to remember what my prediction play was. Let me check to see what I had for my predictions, because I always sometimes change my mind. Sometimes I guess on the predictions, at least when I play the World Athletics game, but I didn't necessarily have this Portuguese guy in the mix, so perhaps. So yeah, the British are right here. They have Hutchinson, Asha Smith on their team. This is going to be an interesting 4x4. Yeah, so if you're talking about a long jump, yeah, it's a little bit of surprise perhaps there, but and then this Cuban kid is good. You know, he's stepped up in an interesting way. He's only 18 years of age, so there's more to come from him. And the Cubans always produce great jumpers. And yeah. The shot put this morning was interesting from a field events perspective in terms of some surprise. I mean, I didn't expect Walsh to win. I mean, given that we didn't see much of him and he's getting up there in age and he figured out a way. Even the long jump this morning for women was a bit of a surprise in the end. It was a bit of drama there. All right, let's watch this 4x4 final. And then let's see what happens here. Bielile is running good, but I think Zaplatalova is also running really good too. Let's see if she can get it. Well, no, turns out she's not running as good as I thought. But Lear from the United States took it out really good at 200 meters. Pretty good. There's Lika Klava in the mix too. There's some front loading going on here. And Bukovieksa too, from working out in lane 2 there, working hard. Lika Klava coming back into it too. So front loaded by the Poles and also the Dutch. And GB's like way out of it. I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, I can't recall that happening, but I could. So Rosie Effie on there making a move here. So USA in the lead. Dutch also is the Poles there also in medal position. Thanks, Brian. Yeah, I can't recall that ever being done. Yeah, because the last time they had even good women were back in. They had some good long jumpers way back in. Yeah, but not recently. So Spain has actually moved up into this right on the heels of the Polish athlete, Dutch in second, the Netherlands rather in second, and can she overtake the American here? This leg from who's that? Peoples is kind of a weak leg here. That's not really good. Shamir Little has the baton now. Keely Hutchinson gets it, but she's way behind. There's no way she can run anything there to catch these women. I mean, I'd be shocked. So USA, the Netherlands, this could be anybody's race right now. But I think the USA should take this. Keely Hutchinson is making up so much ground, but there's just no way she can come back into this. She needed another 20 meters. So the United States, Little is going to hold this off. Ooh, is that the Dutch? It looks like the Spanish athlete took the bronze right ahead of Ersitic there for Poland. But the United States wins this 325.81. The Netherlands 326 flat, 326.04, and 326.17. I want to see the split. And yeah, I mean, Ovet Kram, that's going back to the 80s there. But no, in terms of distance running on the women's side, I think Team GB is really good stuff happening there. Obviously led by Keely Hutchinson, Hunter Bell. You kind of like some of the other athletes too. Even in 400 meters or so, there's some good talent coming through. That could go even better. Likes of Amber Anning. You think Isabella Buffett could be an interesting athlete that you guys have there? Didn't work out the way I anticipated it, but you know, there's still Gemma Reeky still around, and you know, a few of those athletes. You know, I know I'm missing a few, but Trevor Painter program there with what's his wife's name that used to run? Oh my God. Jenny Meadows. I think they're doing some really good stuff, and yeah. Brian says. So yeah, that was a good run there. That's the final event, guys, of these championships. I just want to see. I'm just rewatching some of these things just in case there's any issues. Shamar Little did well to hold on, but great closing there from the Spanish athlete. And the Poles there, they just missed out on that medal. They front run this. They loaded this with Bukievexka early. I don't know if that was the best thing, but in retrospect, probably they shouldn't have done that. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. I just remembered before. Yeah. By the time it came to mind. All right, guys. I've been hanging out with you guys for the last couple of days. This has been it's always fun for me. I was always gonna watch, so we figured whenever I major championships or any events are going on, we try to do a little bit of watch along. Thanks for supporting the channel. I'll check with Leighton. I don't know if we're doing any live later on, but if we do, we'll make sure put it out on the notification. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, have that notification bell on. There's some new videos that we put out recently, and would love for you guys to check it out. And if you missed the joint live last night with Leighton Levy, you can watch it on my channel. You could also watch it on his channel. We did that last night, and so we'll see you soon. If you support Jamaican athletics as well, there's big high school championships this week, and a lot of stuff starting to get outdoor. Dean the Dream says everyone should subscribe. Appreciate you saying that. Yeah, we will be back soon, and yeah, looking forward to a great athletics outdoor season. And as usual, it's been my pleasure, and I appreciate everybody supporting the channel. Thanks so much. See you next time. Bye bye.